good here. We got a bunch of oaths. We got Hedron alignment. So man, 6/6. Alright, seems pretty good. These are influence. Alright, so green seems okay. I mean, these cards are alright. These are influences pretty good, but this depends more on the mana fixing, and I don't know how good these oaths are. I think they're going to be pretty underwhelming though. Let's go by color and just go through playables. So Spinach Raptor's fine. This guy's fine. This guy's good. Don't really want to play with that in my deck. Those could be fine with Alright, so white seems okay. Like there is it's just solid, but nothing too insane. This guy's fine. Merc Strider's not something I'm too in love with. Who's that guy? Blues probably doesn't have enough playables, so we'll see about that. This guy's probably just good enough. Especially it's good with the Undo War players, definitely. This guy's probably fine. Don't think I want to play a Grey Ogre. Storm Surge. I'm not I think Storm Surge is good in the right to the deck, and I just don't see this type of deck happening. This guy's good. Sarjon's fine. Alright, so black and blue looks like they don't have too much. Stone Fury turn against 2 press in the service. So we have a bunch of, and we have. I thought we had the threaten as well. So we have a number of ways to steal creatures. So we might want to look at that. Parametric Assault is okay in the right type of deck. It's more for the Surge deck, so I'm gonna not include it here. Valgard's fine. I tend to 3-mana 1/5 is okay. I played this guy with that made too many colorless creatures, and hasn't been too horrible. This guy's isn't that great. This guy's great. 3 Zotics Commandos is huge. Don't want to play with this guy. Don't want to play with this guy, and I don't think there's enough here. Vines is fine. Beast Collar is fine. Hate that card. Loam Larva is not something I really want to play in sealed. This guy is probably fine. Call Signs. Pulse Marauder is something I haven't tried yet, but it looks kind of cool. Sand Summoner is good. Brood Hunter Worms. Sea Guardian's awesome. This is Judgment is sick. These 6 mana guys are okay. And let's see. Let's see the cards. Alright. This could be good in the black-white deck, but I don't know we have the support for that. Hedron Color's pretty good. Let's see, we have Mortrait, Mire, a couple of Crumbling Vestige. So our fixing is not that great. It's fine, but nothing too crazy. Let's see. So I think our best colors are so green definitely I think has the most power with cards like Sea Guardian and the Cavalry. And Sign Summer is pretty good, and this is Judgment. These cards are all great. The rest of the cards Brood Hunter Worm, Beast Collar Savant, they're fine, and these guys they're expensive, and I generally they're not gonna want me to be in green. Play cards is pretty good, but a lot of these cards are not. What I'm thinking about doing though is looking at the red-white deck, just because it looks like it has a pretty aggressive curve, and with Turnagus and Press in the service, I think we can finish off our opponents pretty quickly. So let's take a look at that and keep green in the back of our minds, because I think we could have a good green deck as well. So let's look at that first, because I think we might be able with these 3 Crumbling Vestiges, and these colors of we might be able to splash this guy in green-white, which I think would be our second option. So let's look at red-white first. So immediately the problem is we only have 19 playables. So it means we have to play like stuff like Eldrazi Aggressor or Inspired Charge. And Inspired Charge is probably not the worst in this deck, or even possibly Dazzling Reflection. It's not the worst in this deck, but it's not something like I really would like to play. Like we're definitely like kind of skimping on like what we would like. I mean, I guess we can play instead of these cards, we could play Legion Crawler, but I'm generally not going to be wanting to play that. So besides playing some cards I don't really want to play, I like that this deck has a very like a pretty like I like the game plan here of like putting a lot of guys on the board early, and then using support through Expedition Raptor, Relief Captain to make them much bigger, and then we can press into service and turn against to get the last 3 points of damage. So that's kind of cool, but I'm not sure if it's the best version of the deck. So it looks like a green. It's like a green white. Because this looks good, but I'm just not. These 3 threatens are very good, and it's a deck that we can. Yeah, let's look at green white. See if there's anything better there. I definitely think. I guess we could pair green red together. Thing is, I think like the reason why white is so good because it does give us this like early drops, but let's look at green because I think green might be pretty good. So let's put back the red. So this deck definitely has power, and the fact that it. I probably don't want to play Inspired Charge or Dazzling Reflection. Probably want to play one of these guys. Possibly Lone Larva. Maybe the 6/5 is just good enough. So this deck looks pretty good too. There's some good stuff going on. So the difference between red, white, and green, white looks like that green, white our cards are more powerful across the board, where like we have like a bunch of like 6s and 7s, and like even like 8s. And these guys, and maybe like this guy's a 9, but I'm not sure. Like I don't know if we'll get to set. Like we have a lot very very expensive cards in this deck. We have a lot of expensive cards and like some power. I don't really like we don't have like the insane like press into service and turn against cards. We could play some Crumbling Vestiges and Lomar to splash this guy, but I think we already have so much, like, I don't think we need like the 6-drop because we already have so much high end already that we probably don't need like something like that. Look at green red real fast. I think it's not gonna be where we want to be just because everything's so expensive. But yeah, I already don't like what's going on here. So the cards are I like in red are the Zada's Commandos and the Presence Servants and the 2 Presence Servants in turn against. And I think white just complements that better. And I think I like the plan of red white better than green white. So let me look at red white one more time. Green might be. It's like allows us to accelerate out. So the only thing with like Beast Color Savant is that like not that it's interested in, like accelerating things out. Like with support, like we don't want to jump to a support creature. We want to kind of like, I guess we can build our board up, so it's not the worst. I think in this deck, that Reckless Cohort is fine because we just want to play a 2-drop basically. This 23 might not be that bad. I like that we have a plan in it. It's kind of like my main reason for wanting to play it. A couple tappers and always get through damage. Well, don't worry, we're not gonna be able to get through the support decks or decks. Like we're gonna have trouble like getting through decks with. We put down a lot of guys. Like we're very good against people just like playing one giant creature. So I'm gonna look at green white one more time. I know I'm being a little. Let me look at green white one more time. Because I definitely think that white has our best like our best base, but like what we want to supplement it with. The only thing I really like about red white, and I've said this like a million times, I like that we have a plan. I think we're that. Maybe Call of Science is better than Loam Larva in this deck because of all the support we have. We only have like 1, 2, 3. Nah, I think this has got to be worse. Travis, what do you, between the two decks, what do you like? I don't know, maybe you didn't get a good look at the red white deck or the green white deck, but what do you think is better? Like the green deck kind of has like this like mid range thing going on, and it's like playing to like kind of build up its board and then finally break through with like the cavalry, and this is Judgment. Oh, okay. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play red white. What's better? Card quality or? I'm gonna play red white. With we might be wrong, but I think. I think like the red cards are like just so good, like this precedent service and stuff. Yeah, that seems fine. It's definitely one of the harder pools to build.